walk in that yard, go on the PC, tell on anybody you can tell on and get out. All they want to do is just get you to tell. They let Sammy the Bull go. He killed 30-something people because he told on John Gotti. They watch Whitey Bulger commit crimes. They'll let you go if you tell.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Gucci, Pooh, Shiesty, they allegedly had a meeting in Dallas at the studio. Reports came out that Pooh Shiesty, they had a disagreement. Big 30 handed him the AK and he pointed it to Gucci to sign the contract. If you're Gucci, what do you do? Boosie's known to really stand on his beliefs.
I ain't even trying to find that.
He doesn't really pick and choose on who's a rat.
No, except T.I. T.I. did the same thing Gangsta did. Remember, he was mad at T.I. at first. Yeah. And didn't drop the album.
You're right.
Standing on his principles. And then something happened where him and T.I. sat down, talked, hashed it out, and Boosie came to an understanding. Nobody else gets to hash it out with Boosie to help him get an understanding except Tip. So you either street or you business. You can't straddle the fence.
You ain't lying, boy. Playing both sides to get you what?
PC situation with Kodak going to PC. Would you say Kodak going to PC, that's protecting the brand?
Well, that's your lawyer saying, hey, so when I'm found guilty or whatever, say, Your Honor, we want to file an appeals bond. So Kodak Black and his lawyer, them already know Trump is the president. They done already get ready to send whatever they got to send that way. We don't need you in no trouble, Kodak. Man, we need you to go in there, keep your head clean, walk a straight line. Well, Kodak can't do that because when he first got to jail, what he did, he had a fight.
Yeah.
A prison guard got hurt.
The stuff he said about Lauren London too.
Yeah.
The Crips were mad about that.
Yeah, so, but this ain't about being scary. This is about, I got a presidential appeal for to go to the president. I got the kind of money that my lawyers already can pre-do this. So why?
Let's make this statement. It's nothing more corny. Let's say it's one time and one time only. It's nothing more corny. There's nothing more corny than a rapper who made it out that's trying to make it back either in the hood or in jail. Nothing more corny, gang. Like, that's not gangsta at all. You feel me? What happened? That's not cleaning up your money. That's not making it out the hood. That's not doing nothing better. That's not protecting the bag. That's just cornball activity burger. Like if you think anything, you was like, you the most corny of them all. You heard me? Like, you have no brain cells and that's just not even cool. Like, you made it out and you trying to make it back in. Yeah, shout out to you, gang. But don't think you inspiring nobody out here doing that. You crash by your damn self. You throw away the bag for yourself. Yeah.
When I go to the general population,
Nothing more corny, gang.
From what I know, from people that's still in Angola, and a young brother by the name of Brown, he's solid. Boosie wasn't in general
Protect the bag. You heard me, at all costs.
In Angola. He was on the death row side.
The bag be trying to be on front line now. Oh, hell no.
So he wasn't.
I mean, you can't even bail yourself out.
And when he got out, he still didn't come
I know
over
about these
with C murder him. So that's verified. So when Boosie went to jail, he had to get on his knees and pray, he say, and the Mexicans gave him something to eat. In a real jail, Mexicans can't take care of. So what difference does it make if I'm a G and I want to go to the PCO? What if I like punks? What if I like punks and want to lay with punks and run the punks over here? What if I don't want to have to fight y'all for y'all punks? Because the is not walking the PC yard. There's real, there's G sleep with men in prison. That's the other side of the coin that they're not telling us. To be a real, you have to be a homosexual or a bisexual. But you cannot be a heterosexual man in prison hollering, I'm a real and you're heterosexual. And you got to walk on your decisions and choices you made. You got to stand on this that you made with a little boy brain.
You talking about crash outs and goofies mainly though, but it's some truth somewhere in here. Not the real ninjas. Real ninjas clearly is not following the same rules as these people. I'm telling you, y'all boys, y'all being fooled. These are the ones the CIA and them dropped off.
You've been having a criminal
real
record
crash
since you were
outs.
12, 13, since you had a little boy brain. Now you a grown
Now crash outs might be for that clout.
man and you understand this. You know a real got to have
But
sex.
a real
in prison,
ninja?
and all real don't get the.
Nah, real ninja want 10 wives, gang.
Why do you think nobody talks about having sex in prison? Why they always tell you about it? There are some units let them niggas have condoms. Why you never hear who come home from prison have names of niggas? Me and Curtis were down there sleeping with them boys. They'll give you a mythical name, but they won't tell you they partners who running the set. They got some homeboys in there with some life sentences, been down there since the 80s. They was in there when it was fun. Everybody got in the 80s if you couldn't fight and you didn't run the building. So where are those stories? They always can tell you stories about a man.
Lee Johnson had some.
I'm waiting for a nigga like Boosie to come teach the boys how to remain celibate in prison. When you start having those desires, that sensation and that impulse at 21 years old, 22 years old, and you a G and you got 70 years.
Oh,
What do he do to maintain his heterosexual when he started having thoughts about it? Because he hearing it down there. He's seeing it in the shower. Now he's starting to see men that really look like women, and even the fat prison guards that 70 look good to him. But he can't fuck with her, he gotta fuck with the black sisters. They playing auntie. They getting they lick back from they baby daddies done been, so it's all ain't getting in prison. Some other boys. So what do those real tell us? They go to getting quiet. So you mean to tell me out of all the homeboys y'all know who been to prison, none of them have said, man, I fucked a boy? I've never had one of my partners say that. But they can tell me about the other partners who did. I only have one partner, homie, who got locked up at the age of 13 years old for 20 years. He had 20 years. He did the whole 20 years, and he went in a virgin. He was the only homie that, out of all my hundreds of niggas, he said, no, man, I know you heard about it, nigga. I almost went there. He said, but I ain't do it, cuz I swear I didn't. I almost went there, tried to rape a Mexican, caused a riot. So what do you tell the young brother?
Got his ass beat by Chico.
You smoking the K2 down there. You taking all the drugs to make you relax. You be on the wall, froze like that. Who getting them booty when the cameras go off? Somebody. Because they can't move. They paralyzed. You stuck like this with sick, you in a
But this nigga mind gone, bro.
Place. So I'm saying,
But he ain't lying though, that's crazy.
Walking the yard.
If you
What
can
about
say
your
it's
boys?
thinking that.
You know to kiss a boy down there. Yeah, everybody got somebody to click down there. So I'm saying, tell that story too. So if I don't want to see that, I'm going over here to the PC yard. But guess what they're not telling you? The PC yard just as dangerous.
But the PC is exactly what they send them to go get their herbs off and they knocks and they rocks off. Because you want to know who they got in PC by default? Now you wouldn't believe this, gang. The scummiest of the scummiest. I'm talking about the worst of the worst. That's where they throw them Pedro files. Yeah, they throw them boys in there. That's where they throw them ex workers for the government and things of that nature. That where they go. That where the snitches go. Yeah, snitches go there by default. Oh, you ain't know that? Yeah, that's where the snitches at. PC. Protective custody. Which I think PC stand for. Yeah, so when you find out that's what that is, who you think guarding the door and letting other people who ain't supposed to be in there and getting they little rocks off and things of that nature? He ain't lying. You feel me? So you think the nigga in jail who run the jail, he finna fuck around his people in the other gangs? Or they finna send him over there where the dogs are, hey, we got a new snitch incoming. He going to cell, blah, 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 blah. Oh, we got a paperwork, blah, 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 blah. Who you think getting clapped, gang? Who you think getting clapped? And who you think setting this whole thing up? You don't think they got wardens, they got cameras, they got guard, they got all that. But it's structure. They ain't finna hit their own gang members, no. They not finna hit the other gangs. They'll get poked up. They finna go hit that was hitting everybody they wasn't supposed to be hitting. You feel me? He ain't lying. Get deep, boy. Y'all think y'all finna go hide in PC? No, you finna identify yourself with PC, and then you gonna get a little visit across one of these days. They walk into your cell 10 deep. It's all it, boy. You die. You gone. They finna rip your guts and then probably poke you. He ain't lying. You feel me? Send you to heaven. But they probably don't send you to heaven, though. They probably keep you there, torture you, let it keep going. He said, preach, gang. I'm trying to let them boys know, because they think PC is safe haven. I don't know, jail at the end of the day. Yeah, nah, if you locked up, gang, ain't no sympathy nowhere in there. You feel me? So, yeah. All that PC, good luck.
You got the That used to
Better
be
go to the law library.
That the snitch. You got the pedophile. So the PC yard just as dangerous.
Oh, it's more dangerous.
I'm saying walk in that yard, go on the PC, tell on anybody you can tell on and get out. All they want to do is just get you to tell. They let Sammy the Bull go. He killed 30-something people because he told on John Gotti. They watch Whitey Bulger commit crimes. They'll let you go if you tell.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Gucci, Pooh, Shiesty, they allegedly had a meeting in Dallas at the studio. Reports came out that Pooh Shiesty, they had a disagreement. Big 30 Big 30 handed him the AK and he pointed it to Gucci to sign the contract. If you're Gucci, what do? Because you don't say nothing, he beats the case and he damn.
If Charleston was Gucci, he gonna sign that under threat, duress, and coercion. You feel me? That contract going nowhere. It was never signed. It was never real. You feel me? That was under duress. He did that under the threats in the guys that his life was finna be over. So yeah, that wouldn't be valid in no court, gang. Yeah, yo still signed forever. Well, you thought it worked that easy? Hell nah. Well, you better get your lawyers on this, try to squeeze you a little way out of here. Try to find a void along them. Cause once you sign that little paper game, oh yeah, you up. Well, you ain't lying.
Man could walk free.
I already did the same thing, Shiesty. I don't blame you, gang.
Because you signed the
They would have felt me before I went in.
Never in the history have a nigga in the northern district of Texas walked out scot-free. The northern district of Texas is a
All the
bad
crowd just like you did, Shiesty. I ain't gonna lie, gang. I've been saying this too long, boy.
Why you think they saying, hey,
So I ain't
bring
signed
their ass
yet.
out here for these bond hearings. Bring their ass out here. We have never heard the feds say, man, we got a weak case. We ain't got no hard evidence.
That's what the report is, though.
But guess what? In the feds, you don't need hard evidence. They were convicted as ghost dope. They go use the phone records. They don't need hard evidence. They just need some evidence. What's some evidence? I got 3 victims. Gucci done already taught. He can't untaught. RD, that's Gucci. You think he didn't get a fed no testimony?
It's in the paperwork. Said, yeah.
Or if you obstruction, you obstruction of justice.
Yeah, but the new reports are saying that he's nowhere to be found.
Well, but all people do that when they talk to the police, get a police
Obstruction of
statement,
justice.
and they got to come back and play gangster. All gangsters, I've seen all the gangster movies. They disappear for a little while.
Obstruction.
But guess what?
You lying
He
to
just
me?
off his medication.
I know better.
Keisha,
You would've shot me.
That boy that popped them people with that robbery. Nigga,
Y'all would've gave me the benefit of the doubt.
Holes upside the head in the house. And he mistreating the kids. Because he want to snap, but he can't snap. They've been doping him up with medication for what? The last 10, 15 years?
Yeah.
It'll take him 20 years to go back to being mad and really angry like he once was as a human. He's on a time relapse. So when they pulled a gun up and he jumped up and said, "Brr," he sat back down by medication. Because when your chemicals start
What that
to
boy
rise,
said, Charleston?
the medicine that they give you releases it.
That boy
It's
said,
like
"Brr."
an ecstasy pill. It releases serotonin. That's what this shit do. So if Gucci take his medicine in the morning, at lunch, he can be out here for 3 days and he'll still have the same effects. Gucci's wife said, you better tell. He got a white boy in there with him, bruised up. The white boy gonna tail off the muscle because the white boy already thinking long-term lawsuit money. I think like that. Thinking to get back. The white boy need this police report because he done already seen the financial statements on Pooh Shiesty and I already know what the worth is. The reports don't say, they don't have no evidence that Shiesty or Big 30 held the gun.
There are reports that
Witnesses, just witnesses, but no cameras, no nothing.
Yeah, no cameras.
And it said, so there's no evidence that they actually had a gun. So all this is his word against my word. Finesse said something the other day about relevant conduct. This is the same relevant conduct that he had at the shoe robbery. And it's all centered around violence. The Fed is real hard on violence. See, they can over-sentence you for dope. You go down there 10 years, give away 20 years. They can over-sentence you for violence and won't nobody holler.
So the off-duty, we're not mentioning the off-duty police officer.
Well, because he's a cop, his words is a lot more credible than theirs.
You don't think Gucci will try to pay these dudes to retract their statements?
You can't retract nothing from the feds because before you sign it, please raise your right hand. You swear that everything in this testimony is the truth. So you were sworn under this when you signed.
Oh, that falsified evidence right there.
So
That ain't obstruction, but that is falsified evidence. Oh yeah. Nah, they got you there, but okay. Oh yeah, if you would have said that, yeah, now you playing with them people evidence. You don't want to do that.
if you want to come back and retract this, now you go Martha Stewart yourself in federal court. We got phone records that put all of y'all there. We got
Bus tickets.
We got bus tickets going back. We got daddy going to Office Max to go print out the contract. And y'all on the phone talking about it. And then somebody recorded it and showed somebody.
Big 30, yeah.
Say it's a video. And then the blogs is helping bring, see, one thing about public perception, it can persuade. If enough public perception or enough attention get out there, your ass in trouble. That's why I did that with Thug. See, they didn't want no footage to get out. That's why I did that with Thug. Because I know it's gonna get back to the probation department. It's gonna get back to Fannie Willis. That's why I did that. Man, I talked about it for days. I almost hit over 5 million within 24 to 48 hours. Because I watched all the other blogs posted. But they was posting it to help better Thug's image as if he the G. And guess what? They don't know what happened.
I ain't seen none of those posts.
They didn't post what I said happened. They post what they wanted to happen to me.
Nah, people posted. I seen a lot of you.
I seen
No. They said,
I seen what say cheese scene. I ain't gonna lie, Charles. Everything I was seeing was in your favor. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, boy. I was seeing, boy. I was like, yeah, not all the way for that boy. But he played, boy. What was he thinking? Then the Pooh Shiesty situation happened. Damn. He was thinking a little bit. At least he was faking. At least he was still faking.
Thug them. What it read? They made it seem like they checked me.
Like they checked you.
And they didn't check me. They got checked.
He did say he waited there for 2 hours.
They made it seem like Thug and his goon squad
scared to leave.
Approached me and they was the big bad dog. And I'm saying, no, if these niggas is who y'all think they are, and they as real as y'all believe they are, my back was to them for at least 20 to 30 seconds. They could have easily done that.
Hit him top
Knock
his
my
head.
hat off. They just standing there. And I don't know they there.
Ooh.
See, God takes special care of people. I don't know they back there. I could have been looking at gay porn. I could have been looking at anything. Bank account information, anything.
Y'all gonna spay you when you mention God. Cause I was like, every time you mention God, you ain't mentioning him in the right way. And boom, 2 seconds later, you throw some shit out there in your mouth. You feel me? So I don't gotta say nothing. Gang. You feel me? Oh, you did it all by yourself.
Anything. They standing back there. The door over there to the auto dressing room.
Yeah, we had that bear mace.
Behind them is the exit part of the hangar where you go to your car. I'm sitting far off by myself in a corner like. So you got to go out your way to get over here.
That was a taser too.
And I'm sitting with a little female, a little Dior. Get up, come on, let's go. They right there.
Oh,
to prevent me from leaving, we step on shit. Do it. We step on shit. So I'm thinking to myself, man, these niggas stayed here 4 hours to try to intimidate me, scare me. Because I paused for a minute after he said we step on shit twice. I just knew, boom, 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 boom. I just knew I'm bracing for it. When I realized these niggas is like lions, and these are old lions. When they bite, they teeth brittle. They ain't got that strong, crushing, bone-crushing bite no more. You can't bite hard no more. And then I had to think to myself, we at a private airport. Daddy. So I'm almost hoping and wishing somebody hit me in the head. So I started saying, and I pulled the mace out, clutch for the gun. Don't lose your life in here. Oh, you threatening me, nigga? So that's why you hear in the video, I said, I got mace, them whole ass got guns. Trying to tell on them girl. But I was leaving that
trying to tell on them
so I told Dio to record. Security tried to stop her from recording. I told her to keep recording. That's why I stopped abruptly. But I wanted that.
Well, instead of security de-escalating the situation and trying to calm down and make sure everybody putting away everything and keeping everybody in safety, or at least protecting the people they were supposed to protect in a certain situation, they worried more about cameras and this information getting leaked out there that they was and they ain't do their job, and now they need to get fired and make sure you do not hire these security guards like what the little Doherty jet. Y'all remember the little Doherty jet situation in California when that shit happened? And we realized like, oh yeah, Don't hire that in Cali because he left his gun at home. Like, what was you thinking, bro? You was a security guard. You had one job. Protect this badass little white boy. The badass little white boy who talks shit about everybody, and you left Blicky at home? You crazy.
He ain't lying.
In Cali? Boy, you know 2 places you do not take jury without Blickathon to protect you, boy. That is Cali. In Miami, gang. That's 2, come on, gang. That's 2 no-nos. And maybe we might gotta throw Texas on there after what just recently.
Documentation of me saying that night that they got a gun on them. That's why they were trying to hurry up and get up out there. And they had to be restrained. They running toward me now. So now they running like they really want to get me. Y'all could have got me quietly. We was talking when you said we step on shit. Nobody knew, but they were watching. Everybody watched them. Everybody from Drewski's could have been Love Reunion that was in that building. Watched them walk up behind me. I'm way off. They watched them. Security and everybody. That's how I know they got the guns in. TSA, half the government is shut down. So security is a little lax at private support. That's why niggas get to fly dope and do all that to private airports. They don't really check like that. So they barely check me. I got my mace too. I got my mace too.
Not to cut you off. Okay. Thug did some time. Pooh Shiesty did some time. You would think these dudes would come home and learn.
They did.
Is it entourage? Is it what is
It's heart. It's heart and mind.
And no teachings. Ain't nobody teaching them no better when they get out. And they think they ain't made no issues or no problems when they get out. You feel me? Because they got out. And they keep on pushing the badness. So it's like, nah, gang. Nah, they ain't learning.
See,
maybe if they served one of their sentences, they will pass on some good fortune through these phone calls. Like, come on, man.
I'm a prideful, so I don't know if you fall from pride.
Yeah, you
very
got that
prideful. But they says pride comes before fall. Every who I seen go to jail and come out of jail and still talk gangster like you heard Thug on the phone, Pooh Shiesty rode home, and you don't see no visible transformation, they either die or go back to jail. They die or go back to jail. So I listened to when they get out of jail. I knew my brother was gonna go back. Because for one, he was too anxious to see what was out there. When you listen to Thug on the phone, you know that's a man still with a dark heart, hateful, resentment, anger, bitterness, shame. So he have to cover it up in the G talk. But they didn't look G to me. Every rapping done caught me by myself. And you go call the police when you shoot up somebody's house, don't they call the police? When y'all do all these crimes y'all commit, don't people call the police? They can't justify doing nothing to me. That's what I figured out. You can't justify doing nothing to me and you made a song with Lucci. You had to come get Miami to be your crash outs. Cause you got a little money to get in.
Now he might be good for the Mace.
But Miami hip to what they doing. Because people out of Miami lost their lives between that beef too. And the people in Miami didn't get $1 from now. From why now they happen to throw one out the car. I know the shout out to I Am Nice. That's I Am Nice partner. They were shooters together. Nice, James, and Nice brother. James, who YF and Lucci rap about, killed his partner, Nice brother, and ran to Atlanta. He was running from Nice because he couldn't come back to Miami. Nice killed James' brother and made a song about it. But what made him make a song about it was he done 10 years on a murder case. And when he come home, Lucci rapping about James and bragging about how many hats he got. And one of them hats happened to be that nigga brother. And he saying James wasn't that kind of nigga. He was that kind of nigga amongst y'all, because y'all were weak. But he was running from us down here in Miami. So Thug them, according to DJ Academics and the rest of the people, so you got 4 pockets full and the new Spider Crew, they pressing content creators now.
Nah, they ain't cool.
They had little baby assistants swing off on, so pressing content creators now. So they done brought the gangster shit. They trying to intimidate Aiden. So now they were even pressing Aiden about me.
Aiden be trying to intimidate the Miamians. Let's start there, you feel me? I be saying little shit. You know, he be ducked off of the little condos and shit, barely even in Miami for real. But whole time trying to act like, nah, I run this shit, y'all. I got the undergrounds, all that, nah. I'm like, whoa, Jit need to pipe down a little bit. They done piped him down a little bit.
But nephew ain't gonna quit with me because of them. They're not good people, huh?
Let's go back. What's your prediction on this Gucci man? What happened?
Gucci is gonna cooperate as he already have.
Mm-hmm.
Gucci is not.
And Gucci make a song, gang. If that song was a cooperating to y'all boys, I mean, like, he snitched in the first 3 bars of the song. I heard the first couple lines. I was like, I can't hear this, bro. I was like, this can't be real, bro. I ain't telling me this real, bro. I'm seeing the comments like, nah, this real. I kept scrolling, gang.
And see him getting on the stand.
Gucci is not the killer y'all think. If you go back and get the police report,
it's 2 different people, man.
Well, here's the thing. He's
It is
more
2 different
subservient now. He got a woman that controls his mind and his life. She just keep him high on the drug where he stay in the house and she bring everything for him to fuck on. She bring everything. She controls all the money. He don't control the money. She control the artist. She talking business. So no want to sign with you, but your wife handling us. Pebbles in LA and reading them again. I told you, when they got Channing for 2 years, that little girl with all that talent.
Yeah, we talked.
They put her in a room, either a room or a hotel, like she was being fucked on every day in lingerie, showing her tits. She wasn't making music. She wasn't making music, my nigga. I said, man, how many got to be sex trafficking her? From what I heard, that's what they like to do in Atlanta, couple wives. So I saw Channing, those was red flags. I'm from where she from. I know how talented she is. Why they're not displaying her talent and it's her because the who started with her, that's how he started with her. So she start like that, she can't change when she in her. The reputation was already on her.
Appreciate that, gang. I didn't even know I was muted. I was trying to see, is it an update with the cursing on YouTube? Cause I see after the first 2 minutes, the curse words been there flying a little more extravagantly. You feel me? Naturally, I should say. And ever since then, it wasn't. Well, before that, you couldn't curse nowhere in the video. I'm trying to see if there was like an update recently. I missed out on. Appreciate that, gang.
So, come on, homie. Keisha's smart in the mother. She done got it. She done raw. Any bitch done laid with the big dogs and got a big dog and walking him like he a dog, eating out the palm of her hand is a bad. But she ain't a good woman. She's bad.
I just want you to know if he does decide to take the stand, his reputation, his whole legacy is.
They don't want.
Appreciate that, brother.
They don't, with his record.
It's a business decision.
With his record and his background, it now has become criminal. You're gonna interfere with this investigation, this federal investigation.
Appreciate that, gang, for real.
You're gonna obstruct justice. When we have all the evidence, well, why call us then? Why put us in this? Did y'all call the police that night? Don't sound like they did. The lawyer said, man, it's a time lapse in between this shit.
So you saying they waited to make the report?
The white boy probably didn't. The off-duty cop.
Guappo.
They said there was fingerprints.
Wisdom, what it do?
From the 3 guys that they arrested.
They got 2 of them niggas going to go get the bag from the outside camera. They ain't got lawyers yet. What you think they family saying?
Let's say Gucci doesn't talk. Will the off-duty police officer and the white cameraman, will their words seal the deal? They statements will it seal the deal?
The phone records is gonna seal the deal. Everybody's phone records is there. Is what's gonna seal the deal.
Location.
Phone records. Before and after. Office Max footage.
Was good,
Greyhound
we chilling. Had to go live tonight. I'm like, I've been like.
That don't put Pooh Shiesty away though.
Yeah, it does.
What put Pooh Shiesty away is the gun.
They don't need the gun.
So the conspiracy to set it up, that's what you're talking about.
Conspiracy beats the gun and everything. All conspiracy have to do is that y'all know each other and y'all was with each other, right? That's it. Before and after. In relevant conduct. This is what they do. And then, hold up. Then mama come back and come with some brutal truth. Gucci man that made over $20-some million off my boy. And people say, I find it hard to believe. I don't.
Nah, he
yeah, well, back on Instagram, blessing the new jury, he got off Pooh Shiesty.
People fuck with his catalog.
Man, heavy. So, mama saying he didn't give us $1. Scar family saying, man, the man asked for the chain back. Didn't send no money. And we know they got insurance. That ain't a real doing that. That's a that done became subservient to a bitch that done took over his legacy in his kingdom. She leads him. He looked stupid and with them big old white teeth, dressed up like a pretty black Ken doll. but that's why he can't talk. Yeah. They got him on medication, homie. He a psych patient. That's why he can't communicate nothing. So listen, so he's been on medication for 10 years. The chemicals ain't gonna let him buck back the street. He's docile now.
You recently said you don't blame. Well, you said Pooh Shiesty did what he was supposed to do.
If he a street, Suge Knight and them did it. Suge Knight and them did it to Easy to get Dre out.
Guap say he was gonna do it.
Master P went to Suge Knight to get Snoop out.
We in this thing. You heard me?
Yeah, no.
He just didn't think Gucci
Perfect timing.
would tell.
Because
what would give you, you're on the ankle monitor, what would give you the balls to do that?
A G.
Nah, man.
G, listen, homie, G.
So to be like, he on that medication.
It's about principle.
That medication, gang.
G, I know some niggas that killed in front of the people and sat down. Oh, this is a little boy that really believed he what everybody else faking to be. Because a real G don't give a damn about the police. A real G don't give a damn about going to jail. Nigga, I go do 10 years on my what I used to hear niggas say. I used to hear niggas say, I go back and do 15 years on my ain't taking nothing from me. It's some mean that. He just happened to be one of them little boys. And he had his mama crying, homie. You got my mama online hollering while I'm in jail. It ain't you letting the bitch control you. That's where all the resentment's coming from.
So you think out of all the rappers, Pooh Shiesty, he's one of them guys?
I think out of all the young rappers in street.
He had potential to be one of them guys. I won't say he one of them guys. He had potential to be one of them guys. He just wasn't guided the right way. He had potential to be a potential leader. But the fact that he's blinded, he blindly leading the blind. You feel me? But he had the courage and the heart to do what probably needed to be done. But instead, he got himself in the predicament, target on his back. They know his influence and what he's capable of probably doing, but he don't. You feel me? He ignorant to the fact of the power that he actually held, gang. And that's the sad part. So nah, don't be blinded by what he's saying. Hell yeah, he that. He got crash out mentality, 100%. But at the same time, he don't know how to properly utilize said power on some shit. You heard me?
He one of them guys. He wasn't home 72 hours and he did this.
He don't have enough guidance. He need guidance.
I know some say when I get out, I'm gonna kill such and such. And when they got out, they did that. I know some homies, it don't about going back down there. It's about whatever principle and code of ethics and constitution they stand on.
Is there any way he could beat this?
No. Homie, you gotta think.
I don't know. They said the lawyer in Dallas he got is undefeated.
Yeah, he is.
The other lawyer was too.
But the judge can override him. The judge say, I got enough evidence, push it through. Even though, because this is what people keep missing. If I can go drop charges against you and the state can pick them up, what you think the feds can do? We know a crime happened. How? All of y'all was there. By what? Cell phone towers, witness testimony. I don't have to.
Nah, facts, brother.
Y'all kidnap somebody.
You get it, what?
Under the federal
You
law.
get it, gang.
So in state court,
but instead, all he know is crash.
Come home in 15. What you think they're gonna do?
Gang said, "Oh,
he wasn't even out 60
Malcolm."
days. And they heard your song. If they can convict an innocent man, what makes you think they can't convict a half guilty man?
Money.
Feds don't want no money. Diddy offered them 60 million plus some properties and some motion. It almost went over 100 million. They don't want no, they want some information. See, the feds, and J. Edgar Hoover created the feds. And J. Edgar Hoover said there would never be another black
that spike the slippery substance
unless we create it. You think they finna let this be a leader? He finna go be company with Jeff Fort. They'll bury him alive. Jeff Fort.
Nah, he said Malcolm was Pooh Shiesty's name, just like Detroit Red.
Yeah, Pooh Shiesty was one of the last brands. He had the Shiesty brand.
Yeah, some people ain't going and Pooh from that bloodline. Real shit.
Was getting they bullets on their face because he rapped it in the FDO record. Like, he had real influence. He was one of the last artists of the new generation that had real influence.
That's what make him dangerous to the feds.
Let him know,
Every
Charleston.
black leader, young and old, who have had influence,
We were just saying this.
was either jailed or assassinated or committed. But you go out and told. You got the feds' attention gone. In Northern District.
But I'm back in the booth. When I lost my dogs, I kill if I get a chance, I'ma shoot. Bye, bro, I crash. Broad day, you know, man, so I'm telling the truth. Ain't no therapist can relate to me, it's why I put my pain in the booth. No, I'm really coming from poverty, borderline, I ain't have no rule. I will hit a list for real, they get fun by trying to learn how to spoof. Fuck around, find who spoofing back, that spoofer, I got spoofed. They asked about Robert, did a lot of it. We the first young niggas with counterfeits. So my bro, I'ma make it, can't lie to shit. Won't never chat much about a lot of shit.